What if Doctor Who hadn't been axed in 1989? That's something many have tried to get at, and now it's my turn. I'll be going through this concept at the rate of one season per episode. These videos are based on information released by the BBC and having said by Andrew Cartmel, J&T, Sylvester McCoy, Ben Aaronovitch, and some other people. Doctor Who magazine 255, that issue from 1997 about what if Doctor Who wasn't axed, stories from the Virgin New Adventures and Big Finish, with a lot, and I mean a lot, of guesswork. The 30th anniversary year, as the season number suggests. The season is an experiment. It starts off with 6 parts of Weird, the return of the Daleks with the return of Victoria, a Christmas special in the summer, and a 2-hour 30th anniversary TV movie. Again, title sequence changes include a change to the colour scheme, now it is red, and you can hear the sound of the cloister bell in the theme tune. The 30th anniversary has an extended title sequence with previous Doctors' names. Again, the series has the Doctor, Bernice and Henrik as the TARDIS team. However, each episode has been extended from the historic 25 minutes to a 30-minute runtime, making 4-part stories now 2 hours and 6-part ones now 3 hours instead of 1 hour 40 and 2 hours and 30. The TARDIS, the Doctor's best and oldest friend. But what powers it? Many have different theories, but the Doctor's is the most important. Fear. That is what he claims powers his beloved time machine. Somewhere inside the TARDIS was the one the Doctor feared the most, the psychic tension between the two powers the machine. But will the Doctor have to eventually confront and defeat his greatest fear? The story, like 2015's Heaven Sent, would just have the Doctor in. He, himself, in the TARDIS. With Bernice and Henrik left in World War II, the previous story. Don't worry, they'll be back by next episode. But for 6 parts, we just have the Doctor in the TARDIS, going crazy. He gets lost in there scared. This would have shown the Doctor at his lowest point. The Dalek Civil War has gone on for longer than anyone can remember, and the Imperial fleet are willing to see an end. Unlike the renegade Daleks, the Imperials have more than just hate as an emotion. They want peace, and Davros isn't happy. What will happen on the final battle of the Dalek Civil War, and what harm would the Doctor make? Davros and the Daleks are back after a 5-year break. The story is set to end the Dalek Civil War. Storyline first started 9 years previous in 1984's Revelation of the Daleks. It is written by the then Russell Davies and reintroduces Henrik and Bernice after the Daleks capture them in the Blitz tour in London. The story is 4 parts long, and those 4 parts give the Daleks a so-called new lease of life. has been many years since Victoria Waterfield travelled through time and space fighting monsters and dictators. Now she's back on Earth fighting for the future of the planet. Are her environmental campaigns so far removed from her former adventures in the TARDIS? As trucks carrying nuclear waste start to vanish into the air, her friends are kidnapped by dangerous alien police force, and her nuclear power plant runs dangerously close to meltdown. Victoria spies a familiar blue box. The Doctor. After all this time, the Doctor has come back, and now Victoria Waterfield is going to kill him. This story reintroduces the second Doctor's companion, Victoria. It takes the show in a darker direction and shows how the Doctor can ruin lives as well as save them. This story also addresses the key issue of how many companions the Doctor has had and the nothingness Henrik and Bernice feel. The year is 1993 and there's a deadly new narcotic on the streets of London. As part of their investigation, the Doctor and his companions Bernice and Henrik move into the Quadrant, a rundown housing estate. An ancient alien menace has been unleashed. A menace somehow linked to the local gang leader known as the Kappa, a charmed young boy called Gabriel, his mother Winnie, the enigmatic Ferry Foundation, and Eva Jerko, a woman driven to the brink of madness. As London descends into nightmare, the Doctor must uncover the truth about the residents of the Quadrant, and a desperate bargain made one dark Christmas Eve. The story would again be written by young writer Russell Davies, and it would be known as one of the best stories ever. It would be 6 parts long and lead into the 30th anniversary. It would also be like the rest of the series, be experimental, but have a few callbacks to the past. Far in the future of Earth, most humans have been entirely wiped out. The Earth is left in ruins, the only people left on the planet being a resistance group which have been trying to hunt the creature that has done this to the planet. The group is searching an area, and their leader, Bernice Summerfield, suddenly finds a body. It is the 8th Doctor, murdered by the creature. The Doctor is given a funeral, which Summerfield finds fitting, and they are sent floating into sea, lit aflame. With the Doctor gone, Summerfield tells the others that they have to finish what the Doctor started on their own, but the real threat is the damage to the web of time. For some reason, the 3rd Doctor did not go to Metabolus 3 in 1974, and he did not regenerate into the 4th Doctor. The Doctor is going to fade away from history unless he teams up with his other incarnations to change history back to right. This story would be a 2-hour TV movie featuring John Pertwee, Tom Baker, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy and Richard Griffiths. Plus companions, it has a lot to fit in. Primarily focusing on the 3rd Doctor, it sees recreations of scenes from 1974's Planet of the Spiders, Nicholas Courtney and Elizabeth Sladen returning, plus state-of-the-art makeup and effects used. Tom Baker would once again be stuck in the sodding time vortex, but we actually get scenes from him in there trying to find a solution to get the Doctors to fix this mess. Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy would play the smallest roles, and Richard Griffiths spends most of the story being dead. However, they all come together to fix it, and Pertwee regenerates into Baker. Companions returning are Susan, Ian, Barbara. Victoria, Jamie, Joe, Sarah Jane, Leela, Romana, Tegan, Nissa, Perry and Ace, as well as the Brigadier, Sergeant Brenton, Captain Yates, Andred, K9, Mark 1, 2 and 3, and finally the Master. Hope you enjoyed this video of Season 30. See you again for Season 31.